Welcome back to Learning Point with DK. This is my today 16th video and I'm going to teach you about all the chapters related to half yearly syllabus of Beehive. And let's see the first chapter we have, The Fun They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. This is in short, I will explain you. You see the story about two characters, that is Marty and Tommy. And Tommy found a book that is called a real book. Real book means a book which is actually in printed form, and the story is a futuristic story. So in this story what happened, the Marty wanted to know about the real book, and then she came to know this book. It's actually of the grandfather's time. So at that time, Tommy told her about this book, that you see this book here when we are turning the pages, still the words which was on the first page were not moving. That was surprising for them because they were from the futuristic time where they were taught in their house next to the bedroom by a robotic teacher. And that's why robotic teacher having this television screen, like suppose this is a television screen, and then you know that what happened, the e-text that is moving. When you change the screen, you find the words are changing there. But here on the printed book, the words are not changing. So that's why they were surprised. Now it is this, when Tommy told about this school, this book is about school, then she was not happy. Why she was not happy? Because she hated the school. And after one incident in which the geography section, which was this is what more than her age level, and that's why at that time she was not able to give better performance in the exam. Back to back she was performing poorer and poorer, and that's why she was upset, and the mother called for a county inspector. And that county inspector came, and he was a red, person with a box. He was short-heighted person. He had in the box lots of wire. So she thought he might not be able to prepare this, but this television screen or the robotic teacher. But he did that very well. He repaired it, and she was not feeling good at the time, as she expected. In the way the Tommy's history section of robotic teacher was totally blank out and was taken for a month. Same happened to her, and she would be free for a month. But this didn't happen, and that's why she was not happy at all. So now you see what happened after that. She started hating the school more than ever before. Now see, the next thing is about here, the television screen, where there the children in the future time, the phone they had in this story, what is that? They used to go to where? To the next to the bedroom to have the study, where they're on the television screen, which is also the computer screen or the mechanical teacher or robotic teacher. There they have to place, first of all they have to put down they tap the punch code. After tapping the punch code on the television screen, they have to slot there where they place their homework or the test, which is taken in no time. So this is all about the way of the functioning of the television screen or the computer screen or robotic teacher or mechanical teacher of futuristic time. And now see here, that time she also asked about, she is very much questioning girl at that time, because she was 9 years old and Tommy was 13 years old, so he knew more than her, and that is why she asked where did the olden time the children they used to go. And then he started laughing, saying, you see, that time the children they used to go to a big building, not to your house like a tuition teacher like that. And that is why he started laughing, saying the children they used to go to a big building, they were taught in the same class, same chapter they were taught, and while going back their home they had the same chapter was taught, so they could share their knowledge, information, and they had fun. When she thought about this kind of thing, then she felt in the morning time going by on foot or by cycle or on the bus, like anyway, this is how they had lots of fun. And while coming back also they had lots of fun. In the school they could talk, and the teacher who was a human teacher could understand their problem individually and can solve it out accordingly that. And that's why she was thinking the grandfather had great fun when he was going to school. This is the one chapter I have completed here. I hope this in short I taught you, because I have to go to the another chapter. This is the road not taken. This is a poem written by Robert Frost. In this poem, what he talks about, in the first stanza of the poem. When he talks about when you are standing, like a poet is standing in the jungle he called Yellowwood. Yellowwood means that is autumn time, and the trees they shed their leaves and they turn yellow. That's why this is called Yellowwood. He's standing there, he had the message in this poem. Message is that whenever you are in your life, you have to choose out of two or more than two careers, one. So the poet is standing and he's seeing the two roads are diverse. Two roads means here two careers, two professions that the poet was confused to opt because he had to go with only one as he was a one traveler. So on the way when he is seeing inside the jungle, he could see as far as he could see at the one point where the road is bent. So he could not see further. After he talked about, he kept the first one and chose the second one because that one traveled less, because I mentioned no leaves were trodden black. Now you see that at the end that made all difference. So he talked about that when he chose the second one, he thought about the first that he could never go through that. It means when you covered in your career, you choose a career. You choose a career as a doctor, engineer, or anything else, covering 20 years in that career. Can you come back? No. In the same manner, he is talking about that. Now you see that at the end here, he talked about that made all difference. What he opted, that made all difference. That he opted as a poet, and that made the difference. Because yes, he chose the second one, which was chosen by very few people or less travelers. Why this is done? Because he talks about the two roads. One is the materialistic, the first one. Second one is the spiritual road. Spiritual road means such kind of profession which is very noble and very difficult to follow. Like as a saint, as a hermit, as a very great people, scholar, and then like a poet or the artist, which is to be very difficult for a common man to be like that. But be a businessman, a trader, or the doctor, the engineer, the mechanical engineer, so on, you can go with your life with this smoothly because you can earn lots of money. I hope this is what you have understood here. So basically we have the message. Whenever you are in life, you will find there are some times where you have to choose career in your life careers out of two or the three. One. Here the poet has one place where the two road diverge, and that means one is to go to the physical world, that is materialistic world, that is that you can choose the career as the professor, doctor, engineer, and have a joyful life. On the other hand, the second road he chose, which was a difficult one, generally chosen by those who are a very learned person, I need to say like great scholars as Mahatma Gandhi, you can see also. I think you have understood this. Now move to the end. One thing more. The poet is very happy because he was successful in achieving his goal to prove himself that he was a great writer, a poet, and he gave the thing to the world. That's why he is remembered today. And so he turned into immortal even after his death. Now coming to this one. See, The Sound of Music. This is by Deborah Cowley. Here we have the two chapters. Part 1 and Part 2. The first one, Part 1 is the Evelyn Glennie listened to the sound without hearing it. It means she was completely deaf, and however she became one of the most successful percussionists, that is a music composer. How it happens? See, in the beginning she was standing in the railway station to go to the London in the Royal Academy of Music, and where there at that time when she was standing at the railway station, she was only 17 years old. Now she was waiting for the train and she was very nervous, as she was you can say that she was a young girl. No, but for that actually she was very much tense or nervous or hesitated. Is because she was not able to listen anything else, and that's why she was thinking how can she perform in the Royal Academy of Music where she was going to give the exam. And she went there and gave the exam and she got the fantastic marks there. That was the outstanding in the history of Royal Academy. Now we see that how she lost her hearing capacity. What happened? She was waiting for that. At that time she was 8 years old and waiting for her turn to play a piano. At the time mother asked her, actually called her name, and she was not able to listen at the time. And what happened? The mother noticed somewhere she was not able to listen. Okay, and that's why now she and then mother noticed at the age of 8 when she did not listen her name, when she was called her name. And then second time, this is at the age of 11, she was not getting good marks and back to back bad marks and the worst marks in her exams. And that time the headmistress came to know about her death that she was having the hearing impairment, and that's why the parents were consulted by the administration, told about to consult a doctor for her listening problem, because she was not able to perform well. It's because of she was not able to listen properly. And then after that, they came to know, after consulting the doctor, that she gradually lost her hearing impairment because of the gradual nerve damage. Remember, due to the gradual nerve damage, she lost her hearing capacity completely. Now let's see that she was told, that the parents were told to get her admitted in a special school. However, she was admitted in a normal school, and where there she saw a girl play a xylophone, and she also wanted to, after that, to play xylophone and to be a music composer or a percussionist. But what happened? Everybody laughed except Ron Fox, who was the school music teacher, percussionist. He asked her to play the high drum and low drum, and then listen it carefully. So the high notes she listened through other way, not through her ear. She was told to listen it through some other way by Ron Fox, and that is how she tried to listen some other way, and she was able to listen the high notes from the up of the bass, and then down the bass she could listen the low notes. Now you see that there is the thing that she performed very well in the final exam, and the 1,000 instruments she learned, and she was really a phenomenon, fantastic, fabulous, mind-blowing, majestically. She performed at that time. And now see what happened. This is what interviewer actually asked her success. What is the mantra of success? And she told, there is nothing like that, because she was a workaholic, she loved to work hard, and that's why, and she had one focus on one goal, and she succeeded. And this is also done by other people. So this is the thought of the lady. So lady did not think about that she was, that's why a kind-hearted, big-hearted lady, and she did not take the credit for her success even. Now after that, we have also come to know here, the interviewer asked about her, like how could she listen the things, understand what the other is saying, even she was not able to listen. She told about that she could do this because of she could understand the lip reading. First thing, even the when wave sounds, when it moves, then it touches her, even she can feel the waves of the sound, or the music of the sound through her cheeks, chicken bones, legs, under the bare foot. You could feel the wave of the sound, and also like hair can also feel it of her head, and then the entire body, and that's why she was able to listen the things. Now here what happened after interview asked about, he used that when you were born, at that time you didn't learn, and when you lost your listening capacity, you did not listen German word language and even the Japanese. How did you learn it, and then you can understand other people? She told us, yes, I could feel all these things, and that's why. So this is what she just explained, but somewhere it was beyond the explanation by science. Now we come to know about how she was given the Soloist Year Award because of her charitable act, that she used to go to the different places. She used to give the solo performance in the jail for the prisoners, in the asylum for the people, in the school for the children, in the Deaf Institute of Beethoven on children for them, and that is for the deaf children and the handicapped. Everywhere he used to give the performance for the welfare of the people, to motivate the handicapped and the common people. When she could do, then everyone could do. So now we can understand here how she was dedicated to the people. So now here see at the end what happened. There are some people like James Blades and Michelin, they also applauded her. At the end there it is mentioned in the last paragraph, she did not only make the life of the millions of people happy and then filled with the joyful colors, but also encouraged, motivated millions of people, those who are handicapped, to see that they can also do when a complete deaf girl can be one of the best music composer in the world. So this is how you have come to know